Yeah, hope y'all can hear me, man. It's Sunday, the day after Uni Oluwafemi puts to sleep Mr. Kubrat Pulev, tucks him in. It was a good fight last night. I expected as much. Unlike other people, I do rate Kubrat Pulev. I said that before Kubrat Pulev came out. I was a tough man, tough as shit. You know what I'm saying? Gave Anthony Joshua some good work. I was glad to see Joshua, get some extra rounds in, even though I do think that fight should have been stopped in the third round. What up, D? Even though I do think that fight should have been stopped in the third. When a man basically turns his back, covers up his head, turns his back into the turnbuckle, you know what I'm saying? That fight should have been stopped. That man has submitted. You don't turn your back in a fight and just cover up and hope somebody stop punches you. You know what I'm saying? Kubrat Pulev, bro, he was acting weird all week. I think somebody asked me like, what before the fight, why did Anthony Joshua bite at Kubrat Pulev in terms of like when Pulev was talking shit? And I told him because I don't think Anthony Joshua particularly likes Kubrat Pulev. This isn't just now, right? Pulev is a guy who been talking a lot of crap about Joshua, even when he pulled out like what 3 years ago, he was still talking, right? So I guess Joshua was just like, man, you're not gonna press me at my own press conference. You know what I'm saying? D, I don't give a damn. You turn your back into a guy into a fight. That means you don't want to fight no more. You if you turn your back in a fight and cover up into a corner, bro, you've in my opinion submitted. What are you turning your back for? You take a knee or something. You know what I'm saying that's whoa. Anyway, anywho. So as I was saying, man, I didn't think Anthony Joshua particularly cared for Kubrat Pulev, especially his antics. I think Joshua wanted to show Kubrat Pulev, look, man, I'm not having your bullshit today, and you're gonna have to show some respect. Okay? Anywho, on to the fight. Anthony Joshua came out. I think he was trying to see what Pulev is all about. Get his distance in. Third round, beat up Pulev. Pulev turned his back and all that. Fight continued. And Joshua stayed disciplined. It's weird, right? That you see people complain so much about Joshua. I see people saying like Anthony Joshua was some saying he was tentative, and I see other people saying he was impatient. So I'm like, well, which is it? Was he impatient or was he tentative? Because you can't be both. If he was impatient, it means he was rushing the fight. If he was tentative, it means he was overly patient. So it seems like to me, a lot of these people just basically don't give a fuck, and they're not gonna give Anthony Joshua his spot. But that's cool, because I understand where they're coming from. They don't like that. They don't like what they saw last night. That this dude is still knocking people out. They were hoping that Anthony Joshua went inside there and looked bad against Kubrat Pulev. I knew what they were hoping for, but it didn't happen. I think Anthony Joshua showed me, right, that this is a man who has a lot of upside. He has a lot of evolving still happening. He showed me boxing last night, then he showed me brawling. He showed discipline, restraint when he needed to. And I'm kind of glad that he got the extra rounds he pulled up because he hasn't fought in a while. And he needed them extra rounds, right? Because the thing is, if he had beat up Pulev in 3 rounds, then it would be like, oh, see, Pulev is a bum. Pulev is a bum. He ain't this, he ain't that. See, he knocked him out in 3 rounds. Pulev is a bum. Pulev last till the 9th round. See, you see, he could knock out Pulev in 3 rounds. Anthony Joshua not gonna get no credit from nobody. He just needs to continue doing his thing. You know what I'm saying? He says, what if you got poked in the eye, head butted in the hit in the groin? If you set the rule of fight being over, turn your back. But he ain't got none of that. He got punched in the face and he got all of that. He ain't get no hit, no going or whatever. That man simply ran away, turned his back to a guy who was assaulting him. Kubrat Pulev, in my opinion, gave up that fight in the third round. But that's beside the point. On to what I was saying. So people are now saying, oh, he was nervous. Bro, what the fuck? This man comes into a fight and he's feeling out the dude. And it's like, what is he supposed to do? Rush in and do what? No, he feels him out. He feels him out, see what he's about, see what he's got, get his distance. And then he moves into beating up Kubrat Pulev. I'm not sure what people want. You want this guy to run inside there, guns are blazing, and try and do what? I'm not quite sure what people want. I don't even think people know what they want from Anthony Joshua, to be honest with you. I don't even think people know what they want from Joshua. They want him to box. When he boxes, that's not good enough. They want him to try and knock people out. When he tries to do that, oh, he's impatient. I'm like, damn, what do y'all want from this dude? People expect more from Anthony Joshua than everybody else. And it's weird because he keeps showing more than everybody else. More ability to learn and adapt. But for some reason, it's never really good enough. I don't understand. Like I was watching an ESPN clip with Andre Ward and what's this dude's name? Bradley, yeah, Tim Bradley. And of course, they gave their opinions and all of that. And it's like, yeah, he looked good, but he didn't look that good. That version of Anthony Joshua won't be Tyson Fury. Andre Ward, he lost some weight, but he didn't lose as much as I thought he would. This is the same Andre Ward who said after Anthony Joshua got beat up by Andy Ruiz, he need to lose that weight. He need to box more. He's looking too much like an Instagram top or whatever he said. Anthony Joshua loses the weight, boxes the hell out of Andy Ruiz in Saudi Arabia. Andre Ward, he ran around. He wasn't dominant. He didn't do what he was supposed to do. I'm like, what the fuck is going on? So when he doesn't box, it's a problem. When he does box, it's a problem. So in my opinion, I really don't think Anthony Joshua can please really anybody. I think he just needs to continue to do what he wants to do because everybody else does what they want to do, right? Tyson Fury don't listen to nobody. When Tyson Fury goes out there and he throws up his garbage performances, his fanboys say, man, that was a masterful performance. He schooled them. Tyson Fury out here struggling with Otto Wallin and these people. And people telling me he schooled Otto Wallin. I'm like, what? Why is it that when he does these nonsense performances, he don't care what people think? Anthony Joshua goes out, cleans somebody out in the 9th round. He looked tentative. He looked nervous. I see people say, oh, he has Ruiz in his head. How the fuck you know he has Ruiz in his head still? I think people trying to push a lot of their goddamn what they think onto Anthony Joshua. But I saw a man beat down another fully grown man last night, Kubrat Pulev, who, as I told people, hold on. Sorry, I'm ignoring the chat. I'm ignoring the chat. My bad. Sorry, Smoking Joe, my bad, bro. Sorry about that. D, sorry, my bad. I'm actually doing like 2 different things. I'm not on my laptop. I'm on my cell phone. So Smoking Joe says, I think he got a bit too frantic when he had him hurt. I want him to show a little more control. Rounds 8 and 9 should have been rounds 4 and 5 and could have been done if he didn't get tired and forget the jab. But that's the thing, Smoking Joe. Right? It's like, this dude can't do nothing right, bro. Nothing right. You know what I'm saying? You're saying he got too frantic. Other people are saying he let Kubrat Pulev off the hook. People are saying he should have turned it up even more. These are trainers. These are people like Peter Fury and these people. He should have turned it up more and knocked him out. Right? People saying he should have turned it up more. You're saying he got too frantic. So which is it? Is it that he got too frantic, or he should have turned it up even more? I mean, it's really quite amazing how Anthony Joshua's kind of held at a different standard to everybody else, right? Then you got the people saying, "Oh, Kubrat Pulev, he struggled with." I was like, he struggled with Kubrat Pulev, really? Kubrat Pulev won maybe one round in that entire encounter, maybe one round, maybe. If you want to give him the eighth, maybe. When Joshua let him get through with some punches, that's cool. But it's like, damn, bro. At which point do we just say, "Yo, good work, AJ," and that's it? And my bad, I'm calling him AJ. I've vowed not to call him by his English name. Oluwafemi. Oluwafemi. Ooni Oluwafemi. That's his name. You understand? I think it was a good performance. Joshua gave me what the hell I wanted. I saw him box. I saw him fight. I saw him show discipline, all of that. But everybody else is like, man, he should have done this. He could have done that better. Better. Every fighter could have done something better in their fight. Every fighter. But what bothers me is that all these people out here talking shit as if like Joshua somehow looks fragile in the ring. Garrett Davies and all these people. It's like, what else y'all want? This man knocked the dude clean out. He's still mad. It's not good enough. But what else could he have done for you, sir? What do you want? Who's that? EJ. My bad, y'all. Again, I'm kind of doing. My hands are a bit full, so if I'm ignoring the chat, don't feel no way about it. Still, it's just that I'm kind of busy right now. But I'm coming. I'm coming. Give me a second. Give me a second. So what I'm saying here is, Anthony Joshua did everything he was supposed to do in that fight. He boxed him. He fought him. And then in the ninth round, he gave him the physical discipline. What else y'all want? When you got motherfuckers out here who's making people like Arthur Spilker look like world beaters, when you got Otto Wallin roughing up the number one, so-called number one heavyweight, lineal champ or whatever, Kubrat Pulev, top 10 Ring Magazine. By the way, another top 10 Ring Magazine win for Anthony Joshua. Another top 10 Ring Magazine win for Anthony Joshua. He out here roughing people up. Y'all still mad. Remember, a lot of people ducked Kubrat Pulev, eh? Didn't want to go to Bulgaria to fight him. Dillian White didn't want to go. Jared Miller didn't want to go. A lot of people didn't want to go fight Kubrat Pulev. A lot of people. Let's not act like Kubrat Pulev was this desirable opponent that people wanted to fight. But Anthony Joshua fought that man and put him down. But people still mad. How could that be? One second. Hey, let me see if I can put the link in. If anybody knows how the hell to do this thing, to put the link in the chat using a cell phone, please tell me, because I don't see nothing here to put no goddamn link in here. Can you put a link in with the cell phone? Can you? How you do this? Jesus. Oh, wait. Here we go. Y'all gotta excuse me. I'm an old man, so I don't know how to do none of this shit. Uh. Right. So I found, yeah, so copy and paste where, because it's not even showing me where I can comment back to y'all in the chat. It's not even showing me that. Like I can see y'all comments, but I can't see where I can comment back to y'all to drop the damn thing in the link. Jesus Christ. What? Oh, I'm gonna have to get on my laptop. I'm gonna have to get on my laptop. Hey, one of y'all in there, man. Tell me how to do. Y'all are expert at this. Tell me how the hell to do this. What's wrong with y'all? Yeah, but that's the thing, B. I'm in comments, but there's no way for me to paste it. Like um um there's no where for me to interact with the chat with text. Hold on.
Yo, what's going on, people? Where you at, yard man? Where you there? Iron Kong, 23, 26. Where you there? D Jefferson was that's here a minute ago as well. Yeah. What's going on, people?
Yeah.
Yard man. Hold on, what? Yeah, wait there. Let me not. I was me. That's there you go. There you go. It's me. There you go. All right. Yeah, I'm in now.
D.
Yeah, I'm here. You hear me?
Yeah, I'm hearing you, EJ. You hearing me?
Yeah, man. Loud and clear.
Okay. D Jefferson, you hearing me?
He's
Is
there,
he
man. He's there. He probably his mic in there. He probably saw that his mic, bro.
EJ, why
Yeah,
can't Oluwafemi do nothing right for these people, bro?
Hey, you heard yesterday on the live, bruh. Hamid, who else was hating? PMC, bruh. Like they're just hating. They got their own agenda. I don't know what it is. It's wild. I have no idea. But all I know is, bruh, AJ brack him up. A man who's only ever lost the Glenn McKit show. I was ecstatic, man. I was ecstatic, but that was a good breakdown. I don't know why that man don't want to give him no credit. I don't know what it is, man. You know what I mean? If it was Fury, they would have been over the moon. They have an agenda. That's who they prefer. Gareth A. Davis and them people. Them to me, that's what it come across. It's like that's not their guy, is it? You know? To me, I don't know. I haven't heard from Spencer Fear and them man there, but that one there, that was a beauty, man. That was a beauty. I don't like that Cooper Pulev. He says some racial things that I didn't agree with, and I like the way Joshua brought him up, took him out. You see, he didn't rush in. He took his time, and it took his time. And when it was time again, he finished them off. It was too early. And see, that's what he learned from the Ruiz thing. You know what I mean? Like when he went in, it's like you know, I don't have to go all the way in. Let me take my time. And people say, "Oh, but he gave up rounds." So what's he supposed to be perfect? Listen, that fight, like AJ brings drama because you see. Sometimes in a fight where you have one-sided fight and it's like, yeah, he's the best. But AJ brings drama, he brings fragility. Like, you know, you're looking in the fight, can Pulev come back? The thing played out beautifully. I got my money's worth, man. AJ, I tell you what, AJ is definitely box office, man. I'm telling you. Fury goes in there with good other Wallet and all these guys there, and yeah, you big bum and all them. He's whole Fury to me is very disrespectful. The people who support him, they're like him as well. Big belly. We don't have to train. We don't have to be disciplined. And AJ is the consummate professional. And he getting all because his personality is not what you want. He don't jump and skip. He don't skin teeth. So now we need to tear him down because he ain't doing a bro now, you know what I'm saying? So I ain't got no time for them. But for me and for you, I'm sure as well. When you watched that fight, I was proud, bro. I was proud, man.
EJ, I'm watching the fight and I'm like, so after the fight's done, I go, you know, bounce around social media before I go to sleep or whatever because over here it came on pretty early. So Is that D?
Yeah, that's me.
D Jeff.
What's up, man?
Before I continue, man, go ahead, bro. I don't want to take it up. You go ahead. Talk to me.
Oh, all right. Yeah. So like this is the thing, man. And cause I know Wasi, I seen like this morning I was looking at my channel and Wasi came, he made a comment, right?
Yeah.
About Joshua, and then like a lot of you guys came in there, and then nobody agreed with his comment. I actually agree with his comment, and here's the thing. Wasi Rahman is an Anthony Joshua fan. This dude ain't no hater. He's a fan. Me and him used to argue with. He knows his sports all the time about Anthony Joshua. His assessment basically is spot on because
What?
to me, well, hold on. Let me get this out. To me, it's not a thing of him hating. What he was saying was basically with Anthony Joshua and the way he came out. You know what I mean? I did commentary on the fight too, right? AJ, he was a bit impatient. Like he loosed. Okay, the first couple of rounds, he's just filling Pulev out. What he was talking about when he was impatient, he was forcing it a little bit. But what I noticed from AJ is that he adjusted. He made adjustments like mid fight, and the adjustments he made was calming himself down. And I think that if a fighter makes those type of adjustments to calm themselves down, be a bit more patient, then maybe they were thinking they was fighting a little bit impatient. Because when he got Pulev hurt the first time, you could tell that he backed up off the gas and he was like, okay, hold on, I'm gonna get him again. That's called making adjustments, and that has to do with patience. So and the biggest thing with Wasi's comment, he said initial impressions, which means when we analyze a fight, we're going to change our impressions of the fight. We're going to look at it and change our impressions of the fight. So what he was saying is his initial impressions was that he was a bit impatient. But AJ showed us all different. He made mid-fight adjustments. That performance was spectacular. It doesn't matter what these haters say, but it's not like you're diminishing that was a fantastic performance just by making certain assessments. Because he's not. And I know that Wasi's not for sure because the dude is the AJ fan. And plus, he probably analyzes boxing just as good as anybody I know around the YTBC. Wasi does. But yeah, I agree with that. Now, at least from his perspective. Now, we do got a lot of people out there that's just flat out hating. Or like that dumb shit you said when Fury has these crazy performances. They say he, put on a show and all of this. And, I don't get down with that shit. If Fury does something stupid or has a bullshit performance, I'm going to say it. But every fan is not like that. So you just got a lot of people out there hating. But some of them, like, just because you hear constructive criticism or a certain analysis that don't point out the good of what AJ did, or if they're pointing out changes he may have made, it doesn't mean that it's negative. It just means it's assessment of the fight. Everybody don't have to come out and say, oh, he was spectacular, AJ's the best in the world, he did this, that, and the third. If AJ believes there's still improvements to make, which he said, then it's safe for someone else to believe that there's still improvements to make.
Okay, hold on, D. YG, what up? Who's this?
Yo, what's going on, fellas?
All good, all good. First time you're on my stream. Introduce yourself, King.
Yeah, this is YG, y'all, from New York City representing.
All right, got you.
Listen, I watched the fight yesterday. That was a good performance by everybody that competed yesterday. I really can't criticize him too much. He took care of business what he had in front of him, but the people that was, I understand what he's saying, people that are jumping out the window saying he's the best ever, that's a little crazy.
He is. He's the best heavyweight. He
No, he said the best ever, EJ, not the best heavyweight.
Well, I don't know about best ever. I mean,
well, he's gonna be.
Well, that's what I meant to say, like the best heavyweight, not the best ever, but the best
gonna
heavyweight.
Go down as the best.
I don't think that.
He's gonna go down as one of the best heavyweights ever. And I tell you what, when it's all said and done, they're gonna compare him and Lennox Lewis and see what it's up, bro. He gonna destroy the heavyweight division, bro. AJ is muscle. Even Lennox Lewis wasn't even that exciting. He gonna be undisputed champion, right? In a short distance, more exciting than Lennox Lewis, even though Lennox Lewis has better guys on his resume. But AJ, when it's all said and done, everyone gonna be eating the crow, Anthony Joshua, but stay humble, chat shit, get banged, and the best one is less talk, more action. That's what I'm saying.
DJ, okay, hold on. YG, go ahead. Sorry. Is YG still there?
Yeah, I'm still here. I don't like.
Go ahead, brother.
When he say that, like, when I size him and Fury up, like, I just feel Fury with the jab and more of his movement. I just think he's gonna win that fight. Like, I still think Joshua's gonna go down and still, like, be definitely at one of the top heavyweights of his era. But I don't think he's going to be over Fury, especially if they fight. Like, if they get that matchup, I just think Fury's going to outpoint him.
Okay, well, I'm not talking about that fight right now. I'm talking about why is it that this dude can clean somebody out in 9 rounds, but I'm seeing people like, hey, yo, this dude ain't this, and it's like I'm not even talking about like regular commenters on social media. I mean, them people, everybody has their own favorites. I'm talking about like actual so-called journalists, fight other fighters. It's like, how is it y'all hold this dude at a different standard? But when other people have these trash performances, you got like Wilder, getting his ass whooped in almost every fight, and people don't say nothing to this dude. Anthony Joshua cleans out Kubrat Pulev, and somehow Anthony Joshua, he has Ruiz in his head. He has Ruiz in his head. He just knocked this dude out in 9 rounds. Why is that this dude seems to just not get the type of credit that he deserves? It's always something. He's not doing this right. Andre Ward, he didn't lose as much weight as I thought he should lose. How much weight do you think Anthony Joshua can lose, Andre Ward? Anthony Joshua is not a small man. And it's like Andre Ward wants Anthony Joshua to be a cruiserweight. Like shit like that, like criticisms like that. What are y'all talking about? When Tyson Fury fought, as I said, Otto Wallin and the other dude, Tom Shores, Timothy Bradley and Andre Ward were like, this, great performance. I was like, great performance. What are y'all talking about? Fuck is y'all talking? Like, what is going on? Yeah. I asked the question on Rafi's show. I don't know if Rafi's still in the chat. If Anthony Joshua was American, would these people talk about him differently?
Fuck no. They would be praising the shit out of Joshua.
Well, according to that dude on who was on Rafi's show, he was like, what are you talking about? Anthony Joshua hasn't done nothing to be praised for. I'm like, you see what I mean?
But that's what that's the only thing with the boxing sport. That's where everybody, if I bring up a fighter and we start going back and forth, the first thing they say is, who your guy beat? He ain't beat nobody. So that's with everybody. Like, you could point out any fighter, because when you bring up like Deontay Wilder, that's the main thing that people say about him when he was on his run. He ain't fight nobody. Everybody he fought his bums. So that's just in the boxing game, especially since there's no like format to fight. You fight basically whoever you want. So that's what everybody pulls that card. You ain't fight nobody. You ain't done nothing. Like, that's just what these guys do when it comes to boxing.
I got 2 more people in the back. Hold on. Hold on. Go ahead, YG. My bad, bro. Sorry.
No, but that's just basically what it is.
That's facts, YG. That's facts, fam. Because like Canelo, look at Canelo, look at Floyd. They do all of their shit and people just bash their resume. Well, Floyd fought people at the right time. Canelo in the weight classes and this, that, and the third. It don't matter, really. Once you're the best, they're going to find a reason to hate you. And as far as Andre Ward and those guys, they just company, man. Anthony Joshua not ESPN. So they saying that little stupid shit. They just company, man. Tyson Fury is no fucking way he should have let Otto Wallin catch him like that. The fight was the way it was, and it was bullshit because he shouldn't have struggled like that, because he shouldn't have let this dude catch him like that. He should have put on a show against Otto Wallin the same as he put on against Tom Schwartz. But he was playing around and he got caught slipping, and Otto Wallin cut his ass. And then he made that a bad fight. So you cannot give Tyson Fury praise for that. And that's what Andre Ward and them tried to do. Right? You gotta assess these fights correctly, man. But it's just fanboys or company men or some shit like that. Were you the best, man? You got everybody that's like at number one, they got a fan base or a network or a promoter or somebody hating them. I don't care if it's Bud Crawford, Errol Spence. When Wilder was number one, it was the same for him. Tyson Fury, Anthony Joshua. This shit ain't exclusive to Anthony Joshua. It's just the price of being the best, man.
Hold on, I got Raphael and I got Tony's reviews. Let me bring in Rafi. Rafi, go ahead.
Yes. Can you hear me loud and clear?
Hear you, sir.
Okay, good. Greetings, good morning to everybody. Okay, so the problem Joshua has is that he's always fighting the best. He's always fighting a legitimate top 10 guy every time. He doesn't have the luxury of a Wilder to go and fight Bermain Stavern the second time, the guy who hasn't fought for 2 years. He doesn't have the luxury of a Tyson Fury who can go and fight a Tom Schwartz or an Otto Wallin, lower tier guys. He doesn't have those luxuries. So every time he goes out against a top shelf guy. Povetkin. And also, do people educate themselves about these people? Do people educate themselves about Povetkin? Did they know that Povetkin had only lost once? To who? Vladimir Klitschko. Do they know that Pulev had only lost once? To who? Vladimir Klitschko. So meanwhile, you got the Wilders of the world. They can fight anybody they want to. They can fight a Stavern the second time. They can fight a Dominique Brazil for a world championship over a Dillian White. You know what I'm saying? So Joshua is the only one consistently fighting top shelf opponents. Now these guys are avoided. Who wants Povetkin? Nobody wants Povetkin in their life. Who wants Pulev? Nobody calls out Pulev. Why? Because they know he's only lost once. But Joshua has to face these guys. So Joshua's fighting the best of the best time after time after time after time. And so he's getting the stiffest tests. And he's having to show up and perform against the best every time. He's in a unique position. And then when he does that, obviously you're fighting the best, so it's going to be some hard work. Puts the hard work in training, gets the proper training, does the job, finishes the man in 9 rounds, and some people are acting like he's so-so. He's just beat a guy who's only lost once before in his entire professional career, which is long spanning, which spans decades. It's touched over 2 decades. Not 20 years, but 2 decades. So it's just a question of understanding that the guys, there's only one guy in the heavyweight division who's fighting the best of the best time after time after time, and his name is Anthony Joshua. Now, that's going to cause some people to be salty. That's going to cause some people to have harsh observations. But the root of it is jealousy and not wanting to give the man his props. Because you have to give the man who's fighting the best time after time after time after time. You have to give him his respect due. And that's why I have to say on the matter.
Tony's reviews. You there, brother? Tony there?
Yeah, man.
Go ahead, Tony.
All right, give me 2 seconds to eat these Doritos. I don't want to be crunching on the mic. Hold on 1 second.
Didn't Klitschko beat him in 2014 though? How was that a decade?
Klitschko beat who in 2014?
He's talking about Pulev. That would be Pulev with that date.
Yeah, that's not.
What do you mean? We're talking about a decade. What are you saying about a decade? What are you saying about a decade?
That was only
No, I
6.
don't know.
That was
No,
only 6 years ago.
YG. He wasn't saying that Klitschko beat him 10 years ago. He was saying that in a 20-year career, in a 2-decade spanning career, he's only lost once. That's what he was trying to say.
Yeah, I'm saying that his career spans decades, over 1 decade. We're not talking
Tony,
about when he lost.
I mean, he
Tony,
only, but like that's the only guy that he really even fought. I mean, I get it though. I already know how you are with this Joshua thing, but
he
like,
fought. He also fought Derek Chisora though. Derek Chisora is not. I mean, is Derek Chisora a complete bum to you though, YG?
No,
Who fought Derek Chisora?
I don't say he's a bum, but when he steps up versus top flight competition, he loses. He's one of those guys that, like, I guess he would be a gatekeeper. Like, if you can't beat him, you don't deserve to get a title shot.
Yeah,
But
it's a fact.
everybody that goes up to get a title shot beats Chisora.
Okay, let me swing back around. Tony, go ahead. After Tony, we're gonna go back around to EJ, then D, YG, and then Rafi again.
Yeah,
Tony.
I just want to touch on that Chisora thing. I don't think Chisora is a gatekeeper. I think he's just one of them guys that is like, he's like throughout his entire career, whether he's won or lost, he's always maintained around a top 10 world ranking because, like you said, it takes a world champion style fighter to beat him. Now, you just have guys who always finish second. They can never, for whatever reason, get that first place, but that don't make them a gatekeeper. You know what I mean? They're still a top dog. They just, for whatever reason, they can't get over the hurdle to get the belt. It's just like, so I don't consider Chisora a gatekeeper, especially whenever he's maintained such a high ranking for his entire career, despite losses, because he comes back and he beats people. And then Tyson Fury comes along and beats him, but that's what it takes to beat him. As far as AJ and Fury goes, you know, I look at it 2 different ways. If you go by resume, without a doubt, AJ to me has done more in the heavyweight division. I mean, you got to take into account that, you know, Fury did lose about 3 years of his career, but that was his own doing. So you can't hold that against AJ. But at the same time, you know, AJ's beat more top tier fighters. However, Fury's done something that I can't think of any heavyweight doing. He beat Klitschko and ended his long reign. He also came through, and regardless of how you feel about Deontay Wilder, he was on a 10-fight win streak, I guess, because there was a draw in there with Fury on the first one, but he stopped his reign as well. So Fury stopped 2 long reigning champions. So you got to take that into an account too when you're comparing the two. But my main thing is I'll get to Joshua, but I'm just trying to compare the Fury and Joshua at the moment. My main thing that I come back to is I have to look at like opponents, okay? I have to look at what they both did against Klitschko, and then I have to think, could I ever see Andrew Ruiz Jr. beating Tyson Fury? And that answer is no.
Yeah.
I don't think Ruiz will even get shots off on him. I think he'll just sit in the middle of the ring looking stupid. So that's my biggest issue when it comes to who's the top dog, is that Andrew Ruiz Jr. fight, especially when you have Tyson Fury and he's still undefeated.
But could you see Otto Wallin beating Joshua? You know, you can play that same game the other way.
Well, I don't know because Otto Wallin, I mean, as much flack as he gets, he's still won since he lost to Fury. I mean, he was an undefeated fighter, so you don't really know how good an undefeated fighter is until they get in there with another undefeated fighter. And he looked the best against Fury so far, so I don't know how good he is. We'll find out as he gets in deeper competition, like guys against Fury. I really do not know how good he does against AJ because it's very hard to gauge him off of just that one fight. But I can tell you that he just beat a guy. I forget his name. I mean, he's lost his last 2 fights, so I take it for what it is. But he only had 2 losses, and he got in there and washed him and TKO'd him in his last fight. So I don't know how good Wallin is. I don't think you could take a lot off that one fight alone. I mean, you could make an argument that somebody like Steve Cunningham got underneath Tyson Fury and dropped him, who was a cruiserweight coming up, who's only like 6'1", 6'2". But I think Fury stylistically struggles against guys who can, you know, bob and weave, move side to side that are lower than him, which AJ is not.
That's why I'm saying you can't see this guy beating Fury, and I can't see that guy beating Joshua. Do you see what I'm saying?
Yeah. Hold on.
But
Rafi, Tony, I want this show is not really about comparing Tyson Fury and AJ like that, right? I want you to get on to Anthony Joshua because this show was basically about how is it that people not giving my guy Femi the credit that he so rightly deserves.
Okay.
What's the
My
problem
bad.
here? What's
My bad,
going
Carl.
on? You know what I'm saying? Because this man
Yeah,
cleaned out a
Well,
man
it's
in the
simple.
ninth
I
round,
said
and
this
it's a
before.
problem.
It's simple. It's simple. I'll tell you why he's not getting the credit he deserves. Because you can't have three things in life. You can't be successful, you can't be rich, and you can't be a good-looking person. He's got all three of those, and people hate on him because of that. It's simple.
No.
It comes down to that. It's just like the Tom Brady effect. People hate Tom Brady. Like, there's people that are great. You can't have those three combo together. You can't have money, be successful, and look good, or people are gonna hate you off that simple fact alone. Period. Because if you go by his resume, the dude's a good fighter. The dude has done everything he needed to do to be a top dog, and he's taken the harder route than anybody in boxing right now, outside of maybe a Dillian White. I mean, I'm not saying Dillian White's fought a harder path. I'm just saying that he does the same thing that AJ does with going for the hardest route. So
Yeah,
I don't know
any
where all that
heavyweight.
comes from. Yeah, in the heavyweight. I'm just talking about heavyweights right now.
Yeah.
I don't know where all the hate comes from for AJ, because you can't ask more of him. What else could you ask from him to do?
Well, just like I said, man, the hate come from being the best. I mean, I get that analogy with looking good and money and all that, but I don't care what sport it is. If you're acting, if you're in rap music, it doesn't matter. If you're the best, they're gonna fucking hate you. Period.
Oh.
And you're not gonna get around that.
Hey D, I'm gonna let somebody. I'm gonna let lady. There's a lady chat in the background. I'm gonna let this person in. I want EJ to go. D, if you got anything, but I want y'all to let this person in.
After I speak, because I was one invited. After
Okay,
I
let
speak,
me.
after I
let
speak,
me.
after I speak, I'll drop off. I'll drop off straight away.
Okay, my bad. All right, go ahead.
Yeah. All right. So what I'm gonna say, I hear what everyone's saying. So I know we're gonna give AJ's credit, but I have to address the BS in my opinion. Yeah. Now, my man, Tony Ruse, man. Listen, he's the first time I'm talking to you, man. You sound like you know what you're talking about, but I just disagree with that point. You said you can't see Ruiz beating Tyson Fury. I 100% can see that. You know why? When you look across the ring, you see this fat blubber, right? And you see him talking the way he talks. Everyone thinks they can beat him, bro, until they get in the ring. And Tyson Fury, with no exception, when he looks at Andy Ruiz, he gonna think he can beat him until he start putting them hands on him, bro. It happens to all of them. Joseph Parker, Anthony Joshua. It's just like when you look at him, how can you take this guy seriously? So I can see people underestimating Andy Ruiz and Andy Ruiz putting hands on Fury. And if Steve Cunningham can put him down, Andy Ruiz can definitely put him down. Let's move on to giving AJ's credit. Now, let me. You gotta understand, yeah. There's a lot of people out there, yeah, and like people pointed out, they look at Fury and say, yeah, he's like my type of guy. He's got a beer belly, he's got a gut. He's my type of guy. He drinks beer, he takes cocaine, he has nervous breakdown, he comes back, and people's like, you know what? I can relate to that guy. That guy's like the everyday man who goes through some stuff, and look, he turned his life around and he's come back and he's a success story. Then you look at AJ, the man's blessed with everything: looks, height. Everything, skin, bro, everything he touches turns to gold. Makes money. You know what I'm saying? Mayweather come out of his way all the way across the other side of the world to come just to even be in his company, bro. And then you look on that, you say, "Oh man, nah, there's something wrong with him. Let me hate on him." Yeah, don't after the press conference, even they don't even give him credit about that fight. They want to talk about another fight. Kubit Pulev, yeah, was a game challenger. This guy tried all these mind games, all these strategy, trying to get in AJ's hair. But you gotta understand that. But AJ, yeah, in the opponents he's facing, it's like a learning curve, bro. AJ's took a great learning curve from the opponents he's faced. Fury as well, because Fury come back from being suicidal and all them things. They 100% they've showed their character. Fury getting up, knocking wild, 100%. But in my opinion, the active, yeah, and more game guy, I feel it comes down to it. AJ is gonna get his credit. I don't care how people are gonna do it. They're gonna bow down to this guy, and they're gonna ruin the day they ruin his name. That was a tremendous performance, drama, must watch TV. I ain't watched it again after I come off the Lady Sham come around. I'm probably gonna watch it again. But I'll tell you what, man, AJ right now, in my opinion, is the #1 heavyweight, and I'm telling you right now, boy, he's gonna be when it's all said and done. when it's all said and done, his name's gonna be up there, yeah, with all the greats in it. I'm EJ Boxing Live. Hey, big up to my man Kong, and big up to everyone in the chat, Rafi Dawkins, everyone on the panel, YDD Jefferson. Hey, bro, I let Lady Shannon, so I'm gonna sit back and chat, man. I appreciate letting him come on, bro. Peace.
Hey, peace, man.
All right,
Peace.
But,
So
yeah,
go
but
ahead, D, and then YG.
Hey,
Go ahead.
hey, D, can I say
Yeah.
this real fast? Because he brought up my name.
Man, come on. I'll go ahead and Tony real fast, Tony.
I just wanted to say
I
one
know you
thing.
long-winded, bro.
No. I just wanted to say, I'm just gonna say this, and then I'm gonna get off. It's only gonna take 2 seconds. Yo, Fury has never underestimated a fighter. So to say that he would underestimate Ruiz is ridiculous because that's not his mentality.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Well, I definitely agree with that.
He
But
underestimated Wally.
yeah, but look, damn Tyson Fury, because Kong keeps saying this, and everybody, Kong, if you notice this, you keep saying this, but they the ones who keep bringing Tyson Fury in this. Now, I'm not even going to talk about Fury because I could go on and on about it. But
No, I
here's the
really
thing.
want the conversation to be about Joshua. What is it
Yeah, I
about
know.
Joshua that
I
people
know.
don't want? Go ahead, D. Go ahead. My
I
bad.
know. This
Go
is
ahead.
this is what I'm trying to say, man. Everybody needs to stop this. It's like the same thing almost on both sides. Even Colin said, let's talk about Joshua. And when we think about Joshua and that performance, I don't care if you critique him on some of the things he could have did better. You cannot evade the fact that it was a fantastic performance, period. You know, it just was a fantastic performance. Especially look how long people go this long without fighting and they complain about ring rust and all of this shit. He came in there in a one-sided fight and stopped the guy. So if you box a guy in a one-sided match and you stop him, you cannot do nothing but praise him for that. He boxed him, and he stopped him. He gave you both. He gave you boxing. He gave you that knockout. Some guys just go in there like freaking Rolly Romero and give you a damn knockout. He's a terrible boxer, but he'll stop the guy. Whoop de do. Joshua just gave you both. Now you know it's like with fans, they gotta dump on the other guy to validate their guy. Cause I'm just sitting up here listening. EJ did it. My man over here, I don't know your name. I think Raphael. Like it's like just dump on the other guy so that let's just build up AJ. We don't have to dump on Fury because that's what caused all of this tension. That's what caused the hate when you dump on the other guy. Of course, the Fury fanboys is gonna say all of this dumb shit about AJ. There's Wilder fanboys, even though he lost, they're still saying dumb shit about AJ. That's just the nature of fans, man. They're gonna say stupid shit, but you don't have to dump on one guy just to praise or build up what another guy's done. You don't even have to do that.
Got you. YG. You see
yeah,
anything?
I like the only thing that I was surprised to that even EJ said it is that like after each fight they always ask what's next. So after he beat what you call it, like everybody like who you want to fight next. Like that's nothing new. That's not a question that they only ask AJ after the fight. Like they move after every fighter wins, they ask who you want to fight next. So just moving on to the next fight. Like I'm surprised that he even said like, oh, they don't want to give the credit. To me, like the fight was good. He did what he had to do, but like everybody else, yeah, what is next? Like I'm ready to move on to the next fight. Like I don't really like after a performance like that. Like he was a mandatory challenger. He hadn't been beaten in a couple years, yeah. But like to me, he didn't even really fight like everything was on the line. Like 3 titles on the line. That wasn't to me. That challenger did not look like a challenger. He just looked like, all right, I'm here. And then after that, he was holding on halfway during the fight. He type ran like that was.
Got you. Let me let Lady Chan in. This person just jumped on. Lady Chan, you there?
Yeah.
Yeah, man, come to know. The person gone? You're on mute.
You're on mute, Lady Chan.
Lady Chan got.
Oh, here I am.
Go ahead.
Hiya. Hi. I just want to know who ran halfway through the fight.
No, Pulev turned his back and ran away. Like he said halfway through the fight, Pulev had turned his back and ran away.
Oh, okay. Yeah. All right. Hi, guys, by the way. Sorry, I've just woken up not too long ago. It was a late night, as you all know. Listen, Let's just have it right. People are always going to criticize and critique boxers, but AJ gets it more. Let's just be real. AJ gets it more because he looks good, he performs fucking well, amazing, excuse my language, and he's black. And that is just the bottom line. In any genre of anything, when you have those three components, it's always, people always go extra hard on you. Listen, the guy boxed well. I predicted this. I was on Talk Sport with Stephen a couple of days ago. I said, look, AJ has the potential. We all know that he can knock people out in the first 5 rounds. Usually it's like a round 7 that he usually goes in at. We know he can do that. But off of his last fight, coming from Ruiz 2, coming from Ruiz 1, it taught him a hell of a lot. Yeah. So it made him have to grow up, hone his craft. People dissed him when he lost and discredited his whole resume just on one loss. Fair play. He underestimated his opponent. He was up to fight Miller. He was game to fight Miller. The press conference made him even want to beat up Miller even more. So when you're geared to fight one guy and then that guy pulls out, yeah, you kind of feel disheartened. He went in there disheartened and lost the vibe of this whole boxing game. He went in, he got beat. Right, we're moving on. He got beat. So, he has to hone his craft. Him and Rob McCracken, instead of sacking Rob McCracken like everybody wanted him to do, he did the right thing. He added to his team. So, more strings to the bow. Cool came in and outboxed, ring IQ, up on a trillion, sweet science applied. He won. People complained. Oh, he only beat him because he ran. Listen, when you're a boxer, a complete boxer, every person that you fight, you do not beat them and apply the same tactical maneuvers for every boxer. If you are like that, you won't get too far in your career. Hence, Wilder is where he's at. Okay, beat Ruiz how he beat Ruiz. Let's move on. We've had this whole pandemic. So now he's applied more strings to his bow. We've got Pulev coming in. So what, was he supposed to beat Pulev the same way that he's beaten Ruiz? No. So what he did, he showed you, which I said he was going to do. I've got it on my Instagram page. He was going to show us to basically a mixture. I can box and I can knock people's heads right off, like you guys know me to do. I predicted round 9 or 10, this is what he's going to do. He did it. Why is people complaining? What's the complaint now? What's wrong? What did he do wrong? Tell me.
Right. I got you.
She said that on my panel, bro. Lady Chan said
hold on.
my panel.
Who's missing? Somebody went, Rafi's back. YG, you dropped off, bro. Hey, let me just thank YG for coming on, brother, from New York. YG, don't be a stranger, brother. If you ever want to come back through, come through and let's talk. I got John Dealey came on, but John Dealey, I want you to go. Let me let Tony go, Rafi, then John Dealey, I want you to come in. Tony.
Yeah, I'm just, I know I heard the one guy mention that Pulev turned his back and started running, but I mean, I don't see how that's a negative to AJ. That should speak to his greatness that he made a guy who's never really ran in a fight turn around and run from him. Like, what are we talking about right now? Like that's a compliment, not something bad. Like the AJ did that to him.
Can we just address what I've just said? I've just said stuff and everybody's got, can we just address what I've said? What is the problem with how he has won every single fight for the last couple, 2, 3, 4 years? Let's address it. What's the problem?
No, well, Lady Chana, don't worry. We'll get back to that because I want to address that myself personally, but I want to make sure everybody gets their comments in on that, and then we're going to deal with what you just said, because I started out by saying, what's the problem? So basically what we're doing here is talking about what is the problem with, and why people can't give this man props. So I want to get Tony in but I want to swing back to you, Lady Chan. I want to deal with your issue specifically. All right, so just hold on for a minute. I
Okay.
got you. Tony, go ahead.
Right, cool, cool.
Well, as she interjected into what I was saying, I was talking about a problem that the other guy, YG, mentioned, and that's what I was responding to. He was saying that Pulev started to run from him, and he tried to hold that against AJ. Like, you can't hold Pulev running from AJ against AJ. That only speaks
Right.
to AJ's greatness. That's all I'm saying. Like, if you see a guy turn tail and put his back to you and run away, and he's never done that against any other opponent, but he does it against AJ, then that tells you AJ's obviously doing something right because he's got him running. So you can't really hold that as a negative. That's what I was responding to. As far as his career goes,
Okay.
before you got on here, we were discussing that. I don't see any issues with his career because I'm gonna be honest. With Ruiz one, I didn't think he took him serious. I didn't think he was training for the fight. I talked about it way before the fight even happened, where he was taking pictures on the beach. He was out having fun. He just saw a short little fat guy and then come at his best. That's what I believe happened. And the second fight, I believe Ruiz did the same thing to AJ that AJ did to him. I believe AJ was, Ruiz was over there eating cheeseburgers, getting fat, thought it would be easy, and AJ took it serious and beat him with ease. So I would like to see a third fight with them, but as far as AJ's career goes, I don't see anything he's done wrong other than have one loss, which happens. But you got to understand, this isn't MMA, this isn't UFC, this is boxing. One loss, you automatically become a bum no matter who you lose to. That's just how boxing is always been.
Depends who you lose to. No, you don't become.
No, I'm just telling you. I'm telling you, the fan mentality in boxing has always been these guys can be unstoppable. They lose one time and they turn into a bum overnight. That's always been the boxing mentality.
Got you, Rafi. Go ahead.
Yes. Yeah, I mean, really, it's just before I go, it's just to reiterate what I said before. Joshua is a heavyweight who is consistently fighting the best opponents. And that's and beating them. It speaks for itself. He lost to one guy, avenged the loss. Which great heavyweight in history has not lost? All of them lose. Yeah, Marciano didn't lose, but there's they had certain connections and whatnot, so I don't count him. He's not in it. Joshua is the guy who's consistently fighting the best guys. He's taking on guys that the other guys don't even mention. They don't even keep Pulev's name in their mouth, Povetkin's name in their mouth. They won't even mention him. It's like they won't even mention those guys. They're like the Candyman. So fighting the best and beating the best, that will be. He'll eventually have to get his due. Just like Lennox Lewis, he'll have to get his due at some point. At some point, they're gonna have to, acknowledge his accomplishments. Pure and simple. Okay, and that
John Dealey.
I'm out. Peace out, everybody. Peace out, John.
Oh, you out, Rafi? Oh, okay. Peace, brother.
Peace out, brother.
John Dealey, you there, man?
Yeah, the biggest thing that seems to be going under the radar after this fight is the improvements and the adjustments that AJ's made again. Like, I'm not saying it was the best head movement in the world. I'm not saying he was the best at changing levels. But he did new things against the top level opponent. You have to be really generous to give Kubrat Pulev a round and Zucker. And the finishing was clinical. One of my biggest criticisms of AJ has always been he gets caught coming in. So he made the adjustment to not get caught coming in. He was patient and got the job done. And he got the job done emphatically. The only other person that completely knocked him out is Klitschko. And he was totally done. And AJ controlled the fight. He was clinical, he was calculating. I don't understand how people can't see the improvements that this guy keeps putting in because of his work ethic and how he's prepared to take an honest look at himself. I mean, when he lost to Ruiz, he went and he did a breakdown of why he lost and put it out to the public. It's like this guy is not afraid to face his mistakes, look at his shortcomings and And he just gets no credit for it at all.
Got you. Lady Chan, you still there?
Yeah.
Now, before you came, right, Tony, well, you're probably in the background, but Tony said, you can't have it all. Like Tony said, in life, you can't be good looking, rich, and talented. If you have all those three together, it's disaster. People don't like you. And Anthony Joshua has all those things.
Yeah.
Now, John Dealey just said, this is a man who took a loss and had the ability to take an honest, clear look at himself, critique himself, and make adjustments. But not even for that, people want to give this man credit. I'm telling you, I'm listening to so-called boxing journalists. As I said, I'm not even just basing my opinions on social media people. I'm talking about boxing journalists. I think D said, Andre Waterman or company men. But let's be clear. Anthony Joshua has now beaten, in the current Ring Magazine standing, 5 of the current Ring Magazine top 10. 5. And if you can't give this dude honest credit for what he's done in the past, currently, and now, then you have another agenda. You understand me?
Exactly.
When you ask me what's the problem, these people have another agenda. You can't look at this dude. Honestly, you're telling me, this man, John Dealey just said, the man showed patience with Dillian White. Dillian White was hurt, he rushed in, he got caught with a left hook, right? Staggered him. Andy Ruiz was hurt, he rushed in, he got caught, right? Put him down, right? Here we have a situation where he's learned from all of that. He had him hurt, but he had the mental wherewithal to back off, right? Back off and come again. As Dee said earlier, he knew, I'm going to catch, I'm going to get him there again. Don't worry about it. He had discipline. So the problem has to be then, these people are on a different agenda that I don't know what's next for them. I don't know what to do.
Hey, Lady Chan fell off, but look, they do got an agenda. The agenda is ESPN, fam. You know what I mean? Like, look, Anthony Joshua was a Matchroom guy. Tyson Fury is an ESPN guy. So all of this is what I mean. They're company men. You think they're gonna overblow or give credit to Anthony Joshua? No. Oh, it's all good. It's all good. They're gonna give credit to their champion, the one that they want to sell, and that's just how it is. And it's not just Gordon them that does it. They all do it. Lennox Lewis says some of the dumbest shit about other fighters when he's over there doing commentary for the PBC. Bob Arum does it to everyone. He doesn't give anybody props but Top Rank. That's just what it's about, man. And when I don't agree that, no disrespect to Lady Chan, but I don't agree that Joshua gets it any more than anybody else who's the best. I mean, I think it's. I said before, when you're the best.
Agree with you there.
Hold on, guys. Hold on, guys.
Let me let D finish, and I'll let y'all in, okay?
Yeah, because I didn't cut nobody off, man. I look at things from a broad perspective, from the perspective of boxing. I don't really get into all of this racial nonsense. But what I see from a broad perspective is when you. Okay. Yeah.
Hold on.
Sorry.
Hold on, Lady Chan. Let D finish, because I want y'all to have y'all time with nobody interrupting you. Go ahead, D.
So when you get to that top level, no matter who you are, this is the same thing that follows you. It's a part of being the best. I mean, it's going to be expected. Canelo Alvarez gets just as much hate as Anthony Joshua, and nobody can tell me any different, fam. Because I'm a fan of Canelo. He's getting ready to go fight Callum Smith, a fucking champion, and they still giving him hate. And people say, oh, nobody's doing this and nobody's doing this. Canelo's fighting champion after champion after champion after champion, and they're hating on him because he's the best. Joshua's getting this hate because he's the best.
Got you. Lady, hold on. Well, sorry, John, go ahead.
I think there's a few things that you're not getting. But in the UK, and D, you're not going to hear this because the coverage you're getting is different. Carl Froch is sat there on the Sky commentary throwing digs at Anthony Joshua all the way through. in the build-up, in his summary of when. He's getting it from his own company. And I think there is something else there. I think Lady Chan, it's Lady Chan, isn't it? Lady Chan's got a point about this. I think there's definitely some sort of undertone. I think Carl Froch is clearly capping for Tyson Fury. And Tyson Fury's on BT Sports. And this is the Sky commentator doing this. Now, I get you don't hear it. You've had his own commentary. But what's the Welsh guy who was on his own? I know he was doing a similar thing. Richard A. Davis, the one with the long hair. He's bringing a slight deep on AJ as well. They're constantly talking about ability, how that performance isn't going to be good enough to beat Tyson Fury. And these are guys on DAZN and Sky doing it, Steve. There is something more than just people being company men.
Yeah.
There's something else going on. And I think it's a combination of the fact that AJ is good looking, he's rich, he's successful, he's a black man, he hasn't got anything to say about anybody bad. They just think he's too perfect. They want to tear him down.
Well, again, man.
I'm saying he's made somebody.
They're telling you what's happening in England, and
Well,
I'm telling you, I even side with the guy Davis. Like, what exactly do you want from Anthony Joshua? Let me let Lady Chan go, then I want Tony.
Yeah,
Lady Chan, go ahead.
He just made some super valid points. I watched the commentary, Johnny Nelson, Carl Froch. I don't understand why they even had Carl Froch there. Carl Froch has been an AJ hater. I have to use the word and go back to basics. Hater. He'd been a hater. All throughout that commentary, he was doing, like my man said, slight digs. We don't know, if that why he let him back in the fight. We don't know if he's basically able to beat Fury with this. Johnny Nelson saw it. Even at the end of the fight when AJ said, yeah, whoever's got the belt, that's who I want to fight. So when Carl Froch is talking about it, basically he's in a roundabout way, he's saying that AJ is evading Fury. So Johnny Nelson, who's well-versed and in tune to everything that's going on here with AJ, said to him, no, but he said that he whoever's got the belt, he will fight. I don't understand. I've listened to everybody's commentaries, and instead of giving AJ props, the first thing, and these are journalists, we're not just talking about people like us that analyze and stuff like that. The first thing they're saying is we don't think that how he fought today is going to be Tyson Fury. Why are we talking about Tyson Fury? Why are we not talking about how he beat Pulev? And I'm not sure who said about the race card. I never bring up.
Why aren't we talking about?
Let me finish.
John, hold on, John.
Yeah, okay.
Hold on.
I never bring out the race card in boxing because here usually it doesn't really apply. I was bringing it out in general, in anything in life over here. I don't know about in America, but I think it is in America that if you're black, rich, successful, and good looking, that is the thing that people want to gun for you. Facts. So I'm now translating it and putting it into the world of boxing. Yeah, there are black, rich boxers, but AJ just seems to tick more of the boxes so people want to hate on him more. It's just nothing simple. We can keep talking for hours, but the bottom line is people are just haters. The end.
Got you. I want to get Tony, then let me get John Dealey in. Tony, you still there, bro?
Yeah, I had walked away for 2 seconds. I caught the tail end of what Lady was saying. So basically, what do you want me to speak on? Because like I said, I had walked away for a few seconds.
Nah, well, I mean, it's just the same thing. What happened is John Dealey and Lady Chan basically was giving the perspective from the English point of view where, they were saying like there's something obviously off about how they cover Anthony Joshua
Well, yeah, but
because
I don't think it's a race thing when it comes down to boxing, because if you go to
You
America,
didn't
all the
hear what I
greatest.
said.
Hold on, lady. Let me
I had to
finish before
interject.
you
You didn't hear what I
interject. Hold
said.
up, listen. Just sit back and
Yeah, but I
listen.
didn't say that.
Listen.
Yeah, but I
Just
didn't say
listen.
that.
Let me
If
finish
I
my
have to
thought.
interject, no, I
Listen.
have
Just
to
listen.
interject.
You
okay,
don't have
Tony,
to
okay,
speak.
Tony, hold on. Let
Yeah,
me try and be quick. Just clarify what you were saying for Tony because he wasn't there. Go ahead.
yeah, I have to interject because you, as you said, you caught the tail end. So don't quote me if you've only heard the tail end.
I didn't quote you at
need to be
all.
clear on something, then ask me and then I will clarify. I
Yeah,
said
but I didn't
before
quote
you
you.
came in
No,
that could I finish so you can finish?
I couldn't
I
finish.
said I do
okay.
not play the race card
Try and be quick
in
because I want Tony on. Go ahead.
yeah, I don't play the race card in boxing. That's what I said. I just said in other genres of anything that black, successful, good-looking, rich seems to be the combination why people seem to go at people. And I have to now transfer that into that maybe is what is happening with Anthony Joshua. There, I'm finished.
Go ahead,
Right.
Tony.
And my response to that was because you said in other sports, I was saying in boxing, just in general with boxing, I don't believe that is the overall census, especially in America, because if you look, just if you look at
Hold
America,
on.
right? In America, the greatest boxers that people speak of are all black. When Klitschko, a white champion, was the champion, the heavyweight champion, Americans quit watching the heavyweight division. That's when it died in America. So I don't think him being black is why he gets so much hate, at least in America, because at the same time, you had Deontay Wilder who was getting praised. So I'm just saying, like, I'm not trying to go down the race route. I'm just saying I don't think that's the reason for him getting hate over here. Now in the UK,
in America,
yeah, in the UK
right.
it could be completely different. I don't know. I don't live there, but so again, I don't know. Like as far as like listening to analysts and all that goes, like they've always done that because they're just trying to stir the pot to try to build up two people fighting. You know what I mean? Like for instance, AJ looks good winning a fight, then they're going to try to say, oh, but Tyson Fury looked better doing this to try to build the fight. If Tyson Fury wins a fight, they could be like, oh, AJ looked better doing this. He had these flaws, because they're trying to compare the two to show weaknesses between the two so they can get the two in the ring to build an interest. That's just like publicity stunt. I don't really buy into that. Now, you do have fanboys and fangirls or pure haters who bash on everything AJ does. I have a few critiques I'm going to put out in a video about this last fight, but overall, he did a great job. And again, I have to keep coming back to his resume stands above all. Nobody has a resume like Anthony Joshua currently. He has fought more top 10 fighters than all of them. And he's only got one loss, and he came back and to avenge that loss. I mean, you can look at it like this. Lennox Lewis is considered a very good top heavyweight. I don't know where he ranks in the all-time greats, but he's definitely, for recent time, one of the best heavyweights to do it. Okay, the last undisputed heavyweight at that. And he got knocked out twice. And people still talk about him being one of the greatest, and he got sparked. So AJ, even though he got knocked out against Ruiz, he didn't get sparked. The referee waved it off because the referee said he didn't want to come out the corner. So he didn't even get put to sleep in his loss that he got that KO loss in. So I don't know. Like, I don't know why he gets so much hate, but at the end of the day, the dude's a good fighter, and the dude deserves to get a lot more praise than he does hate, in my opinion.
Yeah. I can't.
Yeah.
Let me go on the American side of this too, as another American, because I heard something that John said that I wanted to speak on from the American market. John, it's not true, or it's also happens here. Let me say that because you mentioned Kong Squat. Well, you look at a guy right here in America like Terrence Crawford, right? And look at what the American media says about him. Boxers, just like you mentioned, Frock take digs at Terrence Crawford. And that dude should be praised. He should be praised too for the things he did. And again, it just drives me back to, we can put all of these idiosyncrasies in here on, this is why they do it and that's why they do it. But I'm just going to keep being consistent with the fact that when you're the best, which what is Crawford? He's the best. Joshua, the best. Canelo, the best. Doesn't matter, bro. When you get to that level of being the best, as fans all around, you can say, "Oh, it's just the haters," or it's because they black, or it's because they Eastern European, or whatever. It's because they're the best. It's the price of being the best, man. I mean, you can be in your country and say, "Oh, they doing this to my guy because of this." Well, if you go to another country, another guy that's the best over there is getting the same treatment. And this is why I just gave you the Darren Crawford situation. He's still getting the same treatment. This dude's 4-0 undisputed, 3 division champion. You know, and they still giving him heat. They still giving him heat. So it's just the price of being the best, man. I mean, fans can take shit personally and act like it's a personal attack at their guy, but AJ's not excluded. My point is this. People are overly critical about AJ. I agree. A lot of people not giving him his credit. I agree. But this shit is not excluded to AJ for no reason, no particular. It's not excluded to him because Tom Brady in football, which is the #1 sport in this fucking country, is way more popular and known than fucking AJ. I can guarantee you that. And that motherfucker gets all kind of hate. And he's a 6-time goddamn champion. So it's not excluded to white or black. It's the best. It's the price of being the best.
John Daly.
I'm not going to completely argue against that, but there is a point.
Is he there?
Strongly about it. And that's when who thinks that Fury's performance against Deontay Wilder is the right performance to beat Anthony Joshua? But I haven't heard anybody say that. As soon as AJ Fish is fighting with Kubrat Pulev, the first thing they say is, if you fight like that against Tyson Fury, it's not going to work.
Right.
But it's like, well, what's that got to do with anything? We've just seen a man make a huge amount of adjustments, improvements. He keeps getting better. He keeps trying to improve himself. He keeps trying to learn, and we're just not hearing about it. You know, when Tyson Fury beat Deontay Wilder, I didn't hear a single analyst on any platform say that performance will not be Anthony Joshua. And anyone who thinks that Tyson Fury is going to beat Anthony Joshua, the first thing they say is he won't fight like he did against Deontay Wilder, because that's going to go straight into AJ's wheelhouse.
That's bullshit, John. IBFP is a huge channel, and he said it. He said exactly that.
I don't think he's talking about like you.
Sorry.
I think he's talking about.
When I say pundits, I'm talking about YouTubers, because I've heard plenty of YouTubers.
Okay, well, he's American and he's a channel, and he said that.
You know what, D? You know what hasn't been mentioned?
Hey,
John, John, you sound like the reverse.
Hold on.
Let John finish. Let John finish.
Just to clarify what I'm saying Carl Frutch, Gareth A. Davies, these professional journalists that are paid to be on things like Zone, on Skype, these people did not say that when Tyson Fury beat Deontay Wilder, but as soon as this fight was finished, they said this style wasn't going to be enough to beat Tyson Fury.
Tyson. Right.
Now, people on YouTube, that's a completely different thing altogether. That's
okay.
I'm classing that as totally separate, just to clarify.
All right, John, last night, whenever Shakur Stevenson was fighting, they was praising AJ on Top Rank's platform on ESPN Plus, showing highlights of him knocking out Pulev. And those were Americans praising him, not what British people are saying. So we don't know what all the British people are doing over there. But I can tell you in America, AJ was getting praised for that knockout by analysts on TV.
Yeah, that's why I said that's bullshit, man. I was doing the fight. I did the Shakur Stevenson card. That's why I was like, that's bullshit, man. That's complete bullshit.
Well, hold on. What I would say again,
you can't say it's bullshit because we're talking from our angle, mate. So don't just say and be rude and say that's bullshit. You can say you disagree. We are on different sides of the pond. We are saying from our point of view, our opinion, what's happening here and what we see. So if you start to talk and I say, yo, that's bullshit, they're bullshit. That's rude. If you don't agree, just say you don't agree.
Lady Chan, first I wasn't talking to you. I was referring to John because it was his statement. No, I know. Hold on. I wasn't saying what you said was bullshit. Hold on.
Be civil.
But Lady Chan, hold on. Yeah, but he said he didn't. I don't think he excluded it, or I didn't understand it that he excluded it to the UK media. This was a different conversation, and then that's why I said IBFP at first. But Tony cleared it up because I was going to mention that in the media as well because I did the Shakur Stevenson. But the big point is I wasn't referring to you or anything. I was talking to John in the statement he made.
I know you wasn't referring to me, but you just said while he was talking, that's bullshit.
Right, and I did think that it was because if the American media are giving them praise and YouTube channels are giving them praise, then that's bullshit.
But what I would say, John is talking about Gareth Davies in them.
I'm not hearing ESPN because we don't have it in the UK. So I have no idea what's going on there. I can only tell you what's happening here in the same way that you don't hear what Paul Fletch is saying. So it could be bullshit from your perspective. But over here, we don't get ESPN. I can't even get it if I want it. I can't hear that.
We don't get ESPN. We don't see it. What you guys are doing.
However, hold on. What I will say, I started off by talking about Andre Ward and Timothy Bradley on the same ESPN, are the same ones who, as John Dealey said, that style wouldn't beat Tyson Fury. You think Tyson Fury would walk up to Anthony Joshua to Deontay Wilder? Tyson Fury would not fight Anthony Joshua like that. He wouldn't try and walk down Anthony Joshua, try to play Anthony Joshua up close like that. He wouldn't. But Andre Ward and Timothy Bradley are on ESPN saying, "Oh, that's not good enough to beat Tyson Fury. This version of Tyson Fury." Well, but I didn't. Hold on. I didn't hear them say when Tyson Fury beat up Deontay Wilder. John Dealey is correct. They didn't come out and say, "Oh, well, that wouldn't beat Anthony Joshua. You'd have to change your style." Essentially, what they're saying is, "Oh, this Tyson Fury walks to everybody." So he is correct in saying the ESPN people. Well, on his side, but I'm telling you, I saw the ESPN feed on YouTube, which I commented under, and I said, these people are sick, right? Because it seems to me, this man just finished fighting, and all he can do, oh, well, yeah, he knocked him out, but that wouldn't be Tyson Fury. Well, you think Tyson Fury would walk up on Anthony Joshua like he walked up on Deontay Wilder? No, he wouldn't. He's not that stupid. But we're not hearing that from them, though.
Okay, but let me just make a statement and you tell me if this is a fair statement. And I'm going to put this in a casual standpoint because I don't believe any one of us up here are a casual watcher of boxing. I believe we all watch boxing. We all know boxing on different levels, but we all know boxing. You know what I mean? So here's the thing. When you look at Tyson Fury, right, he came to America and defeated our long reigning champion at Deontay Wilder. He's fought in America before and won every time, okay? Now, would you not say it's fair for casuals in America to criticize AJ because the first time AJ came over here, he got defeated? Not only did he lose, but he lost by TKO. So you could see where he could get criticism to the casual fans because the only time he was introduced to America, he lost.
I'm not really talking about the casual fans too much. I'm talking about these professionals.
I'm talking about
right. But Carl, you got to understand, like, when a lot of people say like Ward talks or Bradley talks, they're not talking to diehard fans. They're talking to a general audience that's watching. And normally the general audience is full of a bunch of casual people. That's why you don't see analysts going into deep history when they're talking about fighting. They do it on a very general level for TV purposes.
Right.
But isn't it your job to...
It's a discrepancy. Because on the one hand, you've got them saying, oh, that style's not going to beat Tyson Fury. But on the other hand, when Tyson Fury changes his style up for a game plan that's tremendously effective, with the right game plan, he brought in a new trainer to do it, credit to him, he did it away, he did something people didn't think he could do. You can have all the credit for how he beat Deontay Wilder from me. That's fine. Yeah? I haven't heard Timothy Bradley, I haven't heard Carl Fletch, I haven't heard a single one of these people say that style won't be Anthony Joshua.
But sure you did, John. John.
Let him finish, man. Let him finish.
Sure you did. Listen.
Tony, let him finish, man.
Let me finish. Right? Because every time, we know for a fact that as soon as they start talking about how Tyson Fury is going to beat Joshua, they start talking about his movement, his reach, the speed of his jab, but directly after the fight, when the fight was finished and he beat Deontay Wilder, it wasn't the first thing out their mouth. And yet with AJ, with the day after, the night of the event, they're talking about this. That's the difference. It's like, I don't think that AJ is going to try and fight Tyson Fury the same way he's going to try and fight Pulev. He's not going to do that. We've just seen him implement a game plan. And it works. And I think Tyson Fury's going to do the same thing. I don't think he's going to fight AJ like he fought Deontay Wilder. He's going to use a game plan, and we don't think it's going to work until they fight. But it's the taking the shine of his victory. That's what I'm trying to do. It's as soon as it happens, all we're hearing is the negative. We haven't heard any credit for the adjustments that's been made. And the difference of part of that game plan to show improvements, to look at his shortcomings and say, I'm not going to do that again. I'm not going to go charging in and get cut with it. Like, to me, that's actually the biggest improvement he made in that fight. And yet we want to hear that that's a sign of his fragility and his mental demons.
Hey, Iron Cone, let me say
yeah, brother, go ahead.
Let me say this about the ESPN thing, bro.
Yeah.
Look, man, look. ESPN, Tyson Fury, basically, ESPN. Tyson Fury is an ESPN product, man. Mm-hmm. If Tyson Fury does less, they're supposed to make it look like more. If Joshua does more, they're supposed to make it look like less. Because they're supposed to pump their own. John, chill. I just stopped Tony from cutting you off, though.
Wait, John.
John, come on with that shit.
Wait, John, wait.
John, you gotta chill. John, what are you doing, bro?
Bro, John,
what the hell are you doing, dude?
Wait, John. Wait, you'll get your chance.
Man, you gotta mute this dude or something, bro. It's like you can't hear you or me.
John, if you're not hearing me, I'm gonna have to mute you, bro. I'm gonna swing back around to you. Don't worry about it. I got you.
Yeah, bro, you can't keep cutting me off, dog. Nobody's cutting
you, John. Don't worry about it. I got you, John. Don't worry about it. I got you. Go ahead, D.
No, again, it's a fucking product, fam. I don't care. Like, look, fans get so fucking emotional. It's a business, fam. These motherfuckers are out to make money. You think do you know how ruthless these businessmen are? Look at how ruthless Bob Arum is. Don't nobody care. Fuck your feelings. And that's not to you personally. That's just a general statement. These guys are operating under fuck your feelings, okay? Fuck your feelings about your favorite guy, your nationality. It's about our money. So if Tyson Fury is their guy, they're going to put him up on a pedestal and they're going to diminish the rest of the competition because they're selling their guy. It doesn't matter if people think it's fair or not, but this happens to everyone. It don't just happen to Joshua, at least here in America. It happens to everyone.
Let me ask you a question.
You just can't listen to what I'm saying. Anthony Joshua is the biggest winner for Sky TV. Sky team are doing this to him. That's totally contrary to the point. I get what you're saying about ESPN undermining the opposition, but what you're not getting and what you're not hearing that I'm saying is the biggest pay-per-views in the history of Sky box office have been generated by Anthony Joshua, and it's the Sky team throwing shade at him. That's what I'm talking about.
Yeah, John, hold on, Tony. Let me respond to that. No, John, you're not listening.
Me about how these guys are about money and about business. I get it, but at the end,
Okay, John. First off, I don't know if he cut off or stopped, but first off, John, you must not be freaking listening, fam, because I said Iron Kong. I didn't say shit about John or Sky TV. Hold up, John. See, there you go, fam.
John, stop.
Come on,
John Dealey, I want you to stop because I want deep. We're not gonna finish, and nobody's gonna get a turn. So if people are not gonna respect each other, I'm gonna mute people, and I don't want to disrespect nobody like that. So, John, just hold your point. We're going to get back to you because I want everybody to get in before I get off.
Thank you.
D, now, look, go ahead.
Now, it's just this simple. I don't know why, like, motherfuckers is getting emotional or whatever, but I started that statement off, John, with Iron Cone. Iron Cone, I wanted to address what you said about ESPN. And in between me saying all that to Iron Cone, you start going on a fucking rant. And he had to cut you off then. I never addressed you, John. So you talking about what I don't get, but I wasn't addressing you, fam. And I clearly said it in the beginning. I said, Iron Cone. Didn't everybody hear me say that? Iron Cone, I want to address what you said about ESPN. And John
Andre Ward, Timothy Bradley.
Fucking rant,
no problem, D. Go ahead.
Yeah, I'm done. That's why I was just telling John. He keep telling me what I don't understand. I wasn't talking to him. I was talking to you, Iron Cone. And he started going off on this rant about Sky Sports in the fucking UK.
Okay, I'm gonna let Tony get in, then Lady Chan, and then John Dealey, because I know John Dealey got a lot to say. Go ahead, Tony.
Yeah, I'm just gonna touch on what D said, and I don't know what Carl Frampton said because I didn't hear him say it. But the fact is, what D was saying is it all comes down to economics. What sells? Controversy. How do you start controversy? You down one person, big up the other person, then people get interested in seeing it. It's simple economics. All it is speaking to the general public. That's just what they do. But the point I was trying to make is I don't know what Bradley was saying. I don't know what Ward was saying because I obviously missed that part. But I know while I was watching the Shakur Stevenson fight, they kept showing highlights in between the rounds of Pulev getting knocked out by AJ, and they were big upping AJ on the fight, the main event card. Every highlight, they was big up and them talking about how impressive he looked. They weren't saying anything negative about him versus Tyson Fury other than praising him and saying that that's the fight that people want to see. That's all I heard. And that was during the main event when the most eyes would be on that fight card, and that's on Top Rank, who, like D said, Tyson Fury signed to under Bob Arum. So again, I don't understand where this is coming from because I listened to the other side big up AJ.
Got you. Lady Chan, go ahead.
Lady
Chan,
go
ahead.
I agree with what you guys have just said, but what I do have to just reiterate is that may be just like an exception. Big up to ESPN, Top Rank, whatever. Bigging up AJ in the Shakur Stevenson fight. Good for them. But in general, even on our side, what I'm just saying is, and what I think John is saying, covered by Sky Sports, who AJ is signed to via Eddie Hearn, even the commentators, the analyst, Carl Stupid Froch, right? He was even digging. Everybody was still digging at AJ in his victory and whilst he was even fighting. That's the only point I think John was trying to clarify and make strong. But yeah, I get you guys. In the sport of boxing and in this, it's a business and it is fuck your feelings. It is. It's not about your feelings. It is business. But we're just saying that we just think that sometimes on our side, we don't know about on you guys' side, but big up for you guys. It just seems that AJ just gets a bit more of a bad rap, and we witnessed that even last night. That's all I wanted to say.
John Dealey, go ahead, sir.
Okay, well, first of all, sorry, D. I thought you were talking to me. Oh, sorry.
No, it's all good, John. It's good.
No. Well, I was going to apologize if I'm in the right. I don't know what ESPN is. I haven't seen any of their streams today. I watched the Sky coverage, and AJ is a big money maker, and they're throwing this hate on him. I don't get it. I can actually see why ESPN may be showing all this AJ highlight reel if they are actually serious about doing that next, because they're building it. That kind of makes sense from the business model that you're talking about. What I don't understand is why AJ is getting undermined by the people whose money he's putting in their pocket, basically. That it just doesn't make any sense. In line with what you were saying, you would expect a company whose biggest asset is AJ for them to be biased in his favour, not biased against him. And it doesn't make any sense. And I get that you guys don't see that because you don't get Sky coverage. But in the UK, he's got an exclusive deal with these people. The strongest argument about the fact that the Wilder 50 million offer was not genuine is the fact that it's going to be on BT and AJ can't fight on BT. And it's the Sky team doing it. So that's what I was getting upset about. I thought you misunderstood me, but I misunderstood you.
I got you, man. Hold on.
He's just
Well,
a bit passionate.
y'all can wrap up. Y'all can wrap up because I'll close off after. So, Lady Chan, go ahead and wrap up for me, please.
Yeah. No disrespect to anyone on the panel. Like everybody just gets a bit passionate trying to make their point, and that's what it is. But big up to all of you guys. Kong, D, is I can't read that. Reviews and you, John.
Tony
Like
reviews.
big up, like, Tony reviews. Have a good Sunday. I respect everybody's opinion, and yeah, have a good day.
Yeah, got you. Anybody else? Wrap up.
Yeah, man. Look, Colin, you already know, and
Yeah,
I always offend people with the shit I say because I just come wrong with it, and I mean, you know, it's going to sound offensive, but I tell you this: I don't sit up there and try to deceive anybody or tell no lies. I just come from facts, whether you want to hear them or not. I just come from the facts, man.
right.
Yeah.
Right. Tony.
Nah,
Put
man.
your hand up the Doritos bag.
I think everything that's been said has been said and nothing else needs to be said on it. I'll just close that. I think both Tyson Fury and Anthony Joshua are good fighters, and I want to see them fight. And I'm not going to give my personal views on who I think is going to win, even though I know who I think is going to win pretty convincingly. But they're both good fighters, and they both deserve to get their credit.
We got you, man. Hey, man, thank y'all for coming on, man. I really, really appreciate it. Y'all spending some time with me.
Thanks for having me.
And yeah, man, you know, thank you, Lady Chan, John D. I think this is the first time you two have been on with me. I appreciate y'all stopping through, man. For real. What I would say though about peace, John. What I would say about the whole, because I think we're arguing two different things, right? So the ESPN coverage again is what I saw on YouTube on their comments, and I understand what these saying. These people are backing their guys. However, I do understand what John Dealey and Lady Chan is saying. You see these people in England? If y'all get a chance, I want y'all to go on IFL and listen to Gareth Davies or these people. And you would think Anthony Joshua went in there and put up an absolute stinker. You would think this man went in there and got pieced up by Kubrat Pulev.
Yeah.
Oh, he looked so vulnerable. He looked, you know, he has the demons of Andrew Rees in his head. I'm like, did I not just see Anthony Joshua dominate a man for like an entire fight, then clean him out in the night? Am I watching the same fight?
Yeah.
So
I just
I understand, because it's very, very strange that these people in England have this weird obsession with seeing Anthony Joshua not do well. And I remember Eddie Hearn said something over there that said that in England, I don't know if it's true, that's just his opinion maybe, that people like to see you do well, just not too well.
Yeah.
And Tony was right. As you said, look, man, you good looking, you rich, and you talented. And that's a recipe for a lot of hate.
Yeah.
So big up to ESPN if they showed the knockout reel. But these people in England, especially Carl, before we go, let me ask Lady Chan and is John Dealey gone? John Dealey? Let me ask you something, man.
Yeah, man.
Because ever since I've been watching boxing, like, and having like the Sky Sports streams or whatever, Kyle Froch, what is this man's problem? Like, this guy just, what's his problem?
His problem is we don't know the underlying issue. We put it back down to the basic word hate. But a few months ago, Carl Froch, when they was giving AJ like the accolade of like the record of having the first like to sell out the 80,000 seated arena in Wembley. Carl Froch then interjected via social media and was saying, "Oh, but I did 80,000 as well." And then they came back at him and said, "Yo, yeah, you did, but AJ actually did 90." So he holds the record over him. So Carl Froch was hating and he was just doing some stupid stuff, digging at AJ verbally on social media, on his Instagram stories, and it was just pathetic. So AJ saw this, and AJ had him sitting on his bed with his laptop while he was in camp. Like, I think this was for Ruiz too, and Carl Froch was just spewing a lot of hate. So AJ, there's a thing. I may send whoever wants me to send them the clip, because I could probably get it, of Carl Froch spewing hate, and then AJ just slams his laptop down and goes, "Shut up, man." But then his Instagram story cuts off. then the story unfolds that AJ then WhatsApps Carl Froch. Like, we don't know, because then Carl Froch said he woke up and when he looked on his phone, there was messages from AJ, but it was all messages deleted. So AJ was probably like spewing abuse to him and then thought to himself, nah, let me just delete that. So he deleted it all. So that was where their thing stemmed from. So this is why we don't understand why Carl Froch was even invited on to speak at this fight. You understand? Weird.
I guess
it could go really deep, because Carl Froch was trained by McCracken. I don't actually know how deep this goes, but it's deep. And
Yeah.
if you look at Carl Froch being interviewed in the lead up to Andy Ruiz too, Carl Froch talks about how he just can't understand being knocked out and battered around the ring like that, because it's never happened to him. And it's like, you're supposed to be rooting for your guy on Sky,
Yeah.
and you're comparing yourself to a heavyweight. Let's have it right. You're a super middleweight who, at the time, there wasn't a big rake of massive punches in the division, and you got beat by a more skillful man who didn't bat you around the ring. He outskilled you. And just like, there's something there we don't know about, but he's working for Sky. But it's not just him. And I think it could be a bit of what Iron Kong said, that in the UK they don't like to do too well. But I think it's got nastier since he went to the Black Lives Matter march. I think there's just a lot of stuff, and we won't really know what it is, but it's constant hate coming from them. Maybe it's as simple as the fact that the Zone have launched in the UK, and Sky, I don't know, that AJ's going to leave and go to the Zone, and they'll have no boxing left. I mean, it could be all sorts of things. It could just be business related like that.
I guess, but
it's constant hate on AJ.
I do understand, because watching guys last night under the Zone feed, I was like, why is this man here? Like, this dude is talking like Anthony Joshua is just it's like he's a Fabergé egg. You know, if you have a chance, D and Tony, go and look at Garrett Davies and these people and tell me if something doesn't seem wrong. But anyway, that's it from me. Right. You know, that's it from me. Y'all have a great Sunday. I'm gonna go try and wrangle my kids. Yeah, man, that's it. D, D, you gotta unblock me from StreamYard, man.
Why? What do you mean, bro? Everybody keep telling me that, bro. You're not blocked. I know. Why would I block you?
I try to get into your StreamYard and it says I'm blocked, but that's okay. That's all right, man. You ducking me. That's all right, man.
I don't know why or how. Like, I would never block you, fam. I don't even know why you would be blocked on there. I'll go check it, but I just checked it for Cyphbud last night. He said that he was blocked, and I didn't see him back there, because all you got to do is go to the guest and go to the setting, and I didn't see. I'll go check and see if your name is there, but I couldn't imagine blocking you unless this fucking buffoon MMA champ, this kid, man, he comes in with everybody's name, and sometimes when it's him, I just keep picking him out. So maybe I made a mistake and did that, but outside of that, bro, I would never block you.
Nah, it's blocking. It's blocked to, like, if I can get into your room, but I can't get into your StreamYard to get on the panel. I'm blocked on the StreamYard.
That's what I mean. I'm gonna go check it out.
Okay.
I'm gonna go check it out.
That's it for me, man. Thank you, John. You were saying something about Tony? What's that?
All I wanted to say was D could never offend me, because I know he's always genuine in what he says, and he doesn't really have an agenda. That's how he seems.
No, I got you.
I was just getting passionate, D.
Yeah, John, you know we always do this, man. Ain't never no problems. Never no problems.
Hey, peace out to y'all, man. Thank you again.
I me as well, D. Big up. Like, apologies if you think it was just passion, but I respect your opinion, dog.
Oh no, Lady Chan, I'm a fool. All of these guys already know. So you knew. So I apologize to you, but these guys already know me. I'm a fool. Yeah.
All right. Peace out, man. Tony, later, man.
Appreciate you letting me on, bro.
Yeah, peace. Hey, thanks to everybody in the chat for coming through. I couldn't see the chat, so if y'all left comments, I couldn't see. I'm on my cell phone, so I don't know how to work this thing from the goddamn cell phone. I'm an old man. So, yeah, man. You know, peace. Hit a thumbs up. I would really appreciate it. And if possibly you haven't already, please subscribe. Have a nice day.